guys, welcome back. As you can see, we're looking at something a little bit bigger than normal. This is Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Omega Supreme. I've had this guy for absolutely ages, sat in his box, and really for one reason or another, where I've not had the space to kind of open it up and get him out on display, I've kind of left him sat in his box, and it's got longer and longer until I've taken a look at it, and I need to also look at Scorponok. So I figured I've got this big sort of table in front of me now, which I plan to put some of these kind of bases on display, and it'd be a really good opportunity to take a look at it and kind of use that as a review space to take a look at him. So this is the look of the front of the box. It's really impressive. I know I always say this, but I love those kind of battle scenes and the way that they're drawn like the comics. It's absolutely brilliant. Omega Supreme is obviously front and centre here, and he's kind of kneeling down, about to take out a few Decepticons down here. So you've got one of the weaponizers here. I think that's Reflector. I'm not sure who that is. All that, I'm not sure. But you've got a couple of Tetrajets in the background here. Jetfire kind of backing him up here as well. And then come up to the top here, just make sure you can see that. And that's kind of, was it like the first wave? Where you've got Ironhide. Forget her name now. You've got obviously Prowl there. What's her name? Come back to me in a minute. Anyway, got Optimus Prime, Red Alert, Hound, and Sideswipe. For whatever reason, I can't remember her name now. Come around to the side here, you get a picture of the Ark, Titan class. There's still rumours that we're going to get a Titan class Ark, so I wonder if that, they had that originally planned, and that was like a little teaser to say that they were going to do it. And then round on the side here, you get a picture of everything that's kind of going on here, and all your kind of normal figures, most of which have probably now been released, like sort of Wheeljack. Not sure who that is in the background there. Looks like Cuffer or someone like that. Optimus Prime, Megatron, Skywarp, all the normal people. And then on the back here, you get a picture of what you're to get. Just bring that into frame there. So you get Omega Supreme in his robot mode, and he comes with a whole load of different blast effects. He also comes with this not Titan Master, almost like Micromaster figure, Autobot Countdown. Now he did originally come with the Micromaster rocket base set, so it's kind of a bit of a nod to this, kind of being linked up with that as well. There's 37 steps to get this thing transformed as well, and in the writing just here says Autobot Command Centre, and then it's got it in different languages there as well, and that's kind of like its number in the line there as well. Just see how much battery we've got left. I think we're good. What I'll do is I'll get some scissors and we'll open it up and just see what's inside, just to go through all the accessories. So, this will be obviously my first time taking a proper look at it. I've seen obviously, lots of other pictures. I don't think I've properly watched any of the reviews. So, for the reason that I wanted to take a look at the figure myself and sort of discover it for myself, really. So that's... it's a bit of a job to try and get inside this thing. So I'm just making sure that's, you can kind of see what's going on. Yeah, so pull this away. I don't want to destroy the box because I quite like all the artwork and everything that goes with it. Right, so I'm going to put the box off to the side and just show you what it looks like here, so how he kind of comes packaged. Now I'm going to put it upright, and then I'm just going to adjust the camera so you can see what's what. So you can see, there he is, everything that you get in there. So obviously you get the figure in here. You've got a few kind of like burn marks where he's supposed to be battle damaged. You get your Micromaster, there's the blast effect, and a few more into the side here, and then you get his tracks up here as well. And it looks like other parts of the base down behind him as well. I'm not sure if there's anything in these. No, that's just to help him kind of stay secure in there. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to take away all the packaging, get them cut out, and we'll take a look at the figure. Right, so here he is out of his packaging. One thing I couldn't find, it didn't look as if he comes with any stickers. So correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I couldn't see anything. He comes with this instruction manual, and also gives you all his kind of strengths and stuff for all the different bits. So I guess this is like his range and accuracy, and also the kind of level of firepower for each of his weapons there. They're all pretty lethal, to be fair. So he's got his little Micromaster in here. One thing it does show in the instructions is you can just fold out this tab here and just plug him on the top of there if you want to. So that's cool. You get these blast effects here. These all kind of come apart, so you can form multiple blast effects. One thing it does show you in the instructions is you can plug this one in here like that. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 blast effects in one. And then you've got these other 3. So you've taken one off there and 2 which come wrapped individually. And then you can put them on the end of here. So there's little pegs in the back on the end of here which I didn't know about. So you can do that. So I thought that's quite a cool thing that you can do. Also, the extra bits that come with them, in terms of getting them properly set up, you get these bits here. So you've got those, and then if you come around to the back, when I showed you originally in the boxes like that, when you get them out, this bit flops down. On the instructions it shows you that you have these two, and they then come down and peg into a little slot in here. But there's also slots in here for these to slide in. So what you want to do is just kind of move this away, a bit out of the way so you can slide it in. So slide in that way, and slide in on the other side like that, and then you can line up these 2 little notches which will fit into those there, so you can actually line them up so you don't have to do them at the same time. So line them up. There we are. So they're both down plugged in. The other thing it shows you as well, just to pull this bit back. So it's got that on there. And that is him in his robot mode. I'll just bring him forward a little bit so you can hopefully see him a little bit better. Yeah, so that's him in a nutshell. What we'll do next is we'll go through all of the articulation on the figure and everything else like that, and then go through and get him transformed and take a look at each of the modes. Right, so let's go through the articulation on this guy. His head can rotate all the way around. It kind of rotates round, not quite central, it feels like it rotates a little bit from the front more or less. There's some nice paint on the side, all of this is painted on the front here. You can also get some articulation up, and you by sort of manoeuvring it around. so you can kind of go up like that, and then you can also get down by kind of pulling this bit up and then sort of pulling it down. It sort of ruins the mould at the back there, but you can get away with it, so it's quite nice that you can do that. You kind of can lift it up a little bit to be able to do that, but it's pretty good. And the arms, they rotate around here, and obviously this piece gets in the back here a little bit, otherwise you would be able to go all the way around. And let's move this down, go all out to the side here, bends up to there, so yeah, it gives you kind of 90 just about. Rotation here up to there. This rotates around as well, just checking you can see that. Yeah, this rotates around. These can open up as wide as that and in as much as that. These then move in again, so you can kind of get someone in a real kind of pincer. There's lots of added kind of battle damage in and around him. So here, all of this is painted inside here as well, and you've got more battle damage in here, and there's kind of extra spots where you could potentially add other weapons, and there's lots of notches in and around his body where you can add different blast effects and things like that. So you can either be shooting someone or have been shot, and they're just scattered in and around the figure all over really, and lots of spots where you can add further guns and armour him up if you want to, like on his legs and things like that, all over the place. Seeing how I'm doing for time, you do get waist articulation, and that's a real heavy ratchet, and that goes all the way around. You don't get anything forward and back, obviously, you know, in terms of, yeah, so I was just saying, you don't really get much forward and back. You can do it obviously through the legs, so if you hold the legs you can bend forward, but there's not like an ab crunch or anything like that. Obviously I'm wearing a different outfit, I'm sort of doing the video through different days. I mentioned the articulation here. One other thing I noticed from transforming it, you can like flip these open, and then you've got like little missile launchers in here, so that's another neat thing that you can do. This bit does open up as well, there's nothing really in there. Nice detailing in and around here. For base mode, these open up and you can have like Titan Masters, well, Micromasters kind of hidden in here if you like, and other sort of figures, or you could put like little accessories or blast effects in there if you want to, like the storage just in the leg there. It's quite a bit of room actually. It's not enough room to fit a deluxe figure, but probably enough room to fit in a kind of like Legends size figure. I'll just grab someone like Wheelie, who's probably a good one to test it on. Right, hang on a second. So he's in vehicle mode at the moment, so not actually not quite. Well, he does fit in there, but it's a bit of a squeeze. But definitely any of the kind of Micromasters, Titan Masters, those little pretenders, anything like that will fit in there absolutely fine. He does fit in there like that, but it's just a bit of a squeeze. You kind of have to put it in sideways, but then once he's in there, there's even a bit of room to put in other bits alongside him if you do need to. So that's quite a cool thing, even in this mode, that you can do that. And that's on both sides as well. I mentioned this bit turning around. The legs, really heavy ratchets going forward, going back, and they hold the weight great. Ratchets going all the way out. Again, they hold the weight, absolutely no problem, and they're really strong ratchets as well. Even ratchets on the swivel here as well. And then you get a great bend in the knee as well, if I can get it back. Again, that's ratcheted, and they've added in detail into the knee here as it bends. So that's really nice. Loads of sculpted detailing along here, even on the kind of inside of the leg, if you can see that. Loads of stuff in it. Then the feet, nothing forward or back, but you do get a tilt. So it starts there and goes out to there. So you can get him in quite a wide pose. That. There you go. So I was just checking that looks alright in the camera. Yeah, so he's kind of leaning forward a little bit there because I've got his leg bent forward there, but you can do it however you want to. You know, you can pose this guy however you like. The ratchets and everything on him, absolutely super sturdy. So you're never going to have a problem with, I don't think, the ratchets or anything giving way. Can get him looking up there a little bit as well. He's just absolutely brilliant in robot mode. Absolutely cannot fault him. I guess the only nitpick you could possibly say is about stickers and things like that, but there is a fair bit of paint on this figure. Just go through some of it. So you get loads red and kind of grey paint all along here. Lovely Autobot symbol. You get the translucent plastic in here, which is nice, and there's some detailing underneath. Grey paint for the guns. Gunmetal around here, which I've mentioned. Silver paint in here. These are all painted underneath as well. Sort of battle damage in and around the kind of holes where you can peg in your guns and things like that. Silver there, silver on the sides here. Come around to the back, you've got red paint added in here and here on the back. So these, it's a bit of a nod to the clips that you had on the Mega Supreme, the vintage toy version. So those used to be little clips that would hold the legs in place. And then silver bits on the side of here as well. Yeah. And silver in these yellow bits and the gunmetal bits in here as well. And you do also get a bit of no, that's different colour plastic, I think. I'm not sure if they. No, I was looking to see if there's anything on the heels, but the foot is all one piece. Yeah, so that is the robot mode. Just seeing how many minutes I've got left in terms of storage to do the alt mode. So, in terms of doing the alt mode, get them turned round. That's probably going to be the best way to do it. Pull this bit, well, push that bit down, push this bit out, slide these out, like that. Next up, what you're going to do is get these and you're going to fold them out like that. And then underneath, you've got some stands like that. So do that on both and just pop them off to one side for now. So same on this one here. Fold those out. Next bit is you're going to pull out the rocket. So you pull this towards you, put your thumbs up here and grab hold of the shoulders and just pull this towards you like that, and it'll click out. And this is the rocket piece, so it all kind of comes together. So the way to do this then is to each arm straighten it out like that, and then you can push this piece in like that. Same on the other side, straighten it up and then push it in like that, and then this piece here, just making sure it's all on camera, comes round like that. You can see in here there's like a piece that kind of folds out, and that's the same on the other side as well, like that. And then this kind of hugs around it. Like so. So you're gonna, it's quite a big rocket really, and you kind of have to, once you've got that in place, then hold that bit in and then peg these bits in like that, and then you just kind of rotate the rocket around till there's a point where it all kind of lines up, and then you're kind of done, and you kind of pull these bits out as to how you want to display the rocket really, and you just that's it, like that. Yeah, so you can't see it all in this picture, but it's pretty big. I'll just pop it towards the back there so you can even then you can't see all of the rocket, so I'm just going to put it down like that. So that's, oh, it will actually go all the way down to the floor, but I'm not sure. That's 1, 2 clicks. 1, 2, 1, 2, oh, 1. I think that's 2. That's 2, I think. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, that's probably the best way to have it like that. Yeah, but it takes up a fair bit of room. I'll just on the camera up there so you can see the top of it, and then this piece here, if you turn it round, we're then going to take out the tank part of it. So what you want to do is you want to lift up these pieces here like that, bring them up towards you. Get your nails underneath there. This one's got like rockets on one side, so it's even different on each side, which is a real neat thing, I thought. And then bring this piece down as well, and then what you're going to do is just pull it towards you like that, and then you've taken out the tank piece. Okay, so let's try and do the, what's next bit should we do? Let's do this piece here, okay? So this is kind of going to be the track and everything else like that. There's a little piece underneath him, it's underneath his crotch here, which just pulls out. It's kind of like a little stand. So it's like a black piece there, and you just pull it towards you like that, okay? So you've got these bits like that, which is going to be correct. From memory, I think then you twist this bit around like so it's facing the back. You then, on the legs, you've got these ramp bits, and you just want to fold them out. So they're just clipped into sides fairly loosely like that. Sort of straighten up the legs a little bit. So you've got them all down, and then bend them out like that, and then out the knee towards you like that. So do the same on the other side, out like that, towards you like that, and then you're going to pop them down like so. Now, you know, you may want to adjust things slightly, and then these ramps kind of touch the floor. If you can see those. Oh, just bring that down. So I'll just move the camera just for this. For this bit here. So yeah, so the legs are just bent like that. These ramps kind of come down this space. You can kind of pull them out a little bit just to give you a bit of room if you want. And then you've got connections either side to put the ramps. So then what you do is you just kind of line them up and then just push them into place, and they should gently make a gentle clicking noise, so nothing too violent like that. So that's in place, and then you can swivel this one around to fit your next slot in. And again, obviously resembles the track for a Mega Supreme, the vintage one, but this one's slightly different in the way that it's done, but pretty good. I think this piece goes all the way down, but even in here, you know, they've got silver paint in here, all around here, and all the silver paint goes in around here. Loads of sculpted work in here as well, which is really nice. And then you want to kind of pop in the rocket into here like so. The rocket as well, it's got, I'll just bring the camera up a bit, and then you'll be able to see on the top of the rocket. On the top of the rocket here, there's like a opening little here, and you can pull off the door. Little area where you can put in another figure as well. So you could probably fit in a couple of the Micromaster type figures into that little gap there. Obviously you get Countdown that comes with the figure. This is him in his vehicle mode. It's pretty cool. Sculpting's nice. Not a load of paint in this mode. Wheels roll nice, and the antenna sort of moves forward and back. Transforming him is the same as the vintage version. Is you just kind of pull his legs down like that, bring his arms around like that, and then sort of peg that bit down. There you go. The face is really nice and silver and blue paint in it. The arms go all the way around and a little bit out to the side. The legs can go out, forward, back, and a deep bend in there as well. And then you can just pop him in here like so, and he stands up in there just fine. So another little neat feature that you can get, you can use in this. Again, I mentioned about those side compartments, and this is kind of it in action. So just pulling the camera all the way down, you can see this is the kind of side piece here, and they open up towards you. So you know, I'm not sure if they can quite stand in there. Oh, they can stand in there, so you can get a figure standing in there or in a vehicle mode like that. So you could even get something in this little gap in here potentially, if you wanted to as well. You could potentially stand someone up into that gap, but he does stand up in there all okay. So that's a neat little thing that you can do as well. The other thing as well, if I go back to this, is you've got these extenders. So they're two the same, one on each side, and you can use these to attach bases or ramps. So I'll just use this one as an example. It's a bit of a steep ramp on this one, but that's, you know, the idea that a vehicle can kind of go up and down that ramp. Something you can do, attach other bases to it. There are other parts as you go throughout here. So you've got another notch there, and this one here that folds out, and then another one on the side here. The other thing you can do as well, just move the rocket out of the way a second, is if I just bring in closer to the base itself, you'll see as well what you've got is a couple of areas where you can add in sort of extra bits as well. So you could potentially attach that onto another base if you wanted to. I'm sure you may be able to come up with different configurations but I mean, you could bring that up here, potentially up here, and touch something going around potentially. I'm not sure. I haven't had a good play with it really to see what you can connect. One of the last things you've got here is just show you guys this one here. So just in terms of getting this connected, you want to pull this bit. Actually, let's think of the best way to do this. So pull this bit towards you. Actually, it might be best to pull these bits out first. This piece here is a little bit tricky because the best way to get hold of it is by these bits here, but it does feel, these bits feel a little bit flimsy. Just be careful because I don't want you to snap them. Just try and pull both at the same time. Then you kind of get these bits here, straighten those bits up like that. This piece is going to come out like that. Swivel it around like so. This piece is going to, actually don't put it down just yet. This piece is going to come back. That should unpeg from here. It's quite a tight connection. Come back down. And then bring these bits around. This piece here should peg into the back of here. Right, yeah, so I think my camera just cut out, but this bit plugs into here, like that. These bits can come down like this, or they can move up and down. These bits pull up. You see there's kind of wheels underneath here as well. This is all nicely painted, nice silver paint in here. This piece as a whole doesn't rotate around because it would then requires this bit to rotate around because the two bits are joined together. So you only really get the up and down on this bit. It can rotate around on its own, but then it means you have to disconnect the headpiece. So that's it connected there. You can then put it onto the tracks. So I'll just move out. So you can see that. So it fits on there and you can go around, and because these bits kind of stay within the track, you'll kind of always stay within that piece there. So that's good. And he fits on there nicely. You can add blast effects to this guy. So I mentioned the smaller ones you can add, but you can add some of the bigger ones, or you can add kind of this on here, and you can add various blast effects in here, or touch them to the little ports on here. So make it look like it's under attack, it's being shot at. Like I mentioned, you can add those various different places. You've even got in here, you've got plenty of kind of access in here where you can have a figure in there and they can be kind of working on something. So you can put in, a Titan Master or even a legend sized figure in this area here. That's fine. Or you could have it as this area up here is small enough to fit in so sort of Micromaster type figures or the Titan Master figures. I've seen there is a sticker upgrade set which you can get from Toy Hacks, where I think this bit is like a helipad or something like that, or it might be that this bit's a helipad. So you've got plenty of options. With adding the bases on, I'll show you that and the ramps. So I think I showed you one of the ramps that you can add on. I'll just back out again, just move the camera back. So I've got two kind of part Micromaster bases down here, which I've kind of plugged together. You can see those there. And you can plug them on, attach them like so, like that, so you can have them attached as part of this. You can use the bend in here if you want to, or in here to make it kind of a bit more not straight up like that, so you can kind of have it kind of bent slightly and go up gradually if you want to. And there's lots of kind of different options you can do that. Obviously you can still use these blast effects on here, so you can have it that he's being shot at, or even like this is a kind of a blaster if you like. Entirely up to you how you want to use it. The other thing I mentioned is the other notches. Oh, the other thing as well to mention, obviously that's a legend size figure that can fit on there as well. You can fit your deluxe ones on here as well, so they can fit and go around the track absolutely fine. No issues there at all, so it fits with all of those figures as well as your Micromaster ones as well, and you can have them kind of going down here. The other notch you've got is, where is it? On this side here, and on the other side as well. I had thought that was for attaching these, but the connection's different. So I had a little play around, and it's actually the same as the Titans Returns line. So you can actually attach Fort Max or any of the other figures. So if I bring this in over here slightly, or actually, what's the best way to do it? I'll move it around like this. Just move this around so you can see me kind of attaching it. So it's just there where the attachment is. I'll move these guys out of the way, like this. And then I'm just going to bring in Fort Max. He's kind of in his space mode. You do have to move the legs around slightly to be able to do this. So let's bring it in like this. So obviously, depending on where you put him, I'm just going to disconnect this just so I can attach it on this side. Otherwise you can have the other base attached on the other side if you want to. But it just links up. You can see that. Just like this. So this red tab, red ramp links on like that. Like so. You can still have this one out like that. This one you can't pull out all the way, but you can have it kind of half the way out. And then if I bring that over slightly, you can then still, and you can have him on here if you want to, and then you can attach, don't know if this will fit into frame or not. Yeah, you can just about still see it. Just down here where I'm attaching the other Micromaster bases. So you can flip this out. I mean, if you had enough room or a bigger table, the opposite side to here, you could attach either another Fort Max or Grand Maximus. I don't think Metroplex has the tabs for it, but you could certainly attach ones like Blaster and things like that to it. So you've got that. You could obviously attach other bases inside here if you wanted to, or if you've got ones that can come round here slightly, I guess, and you could attach a base and have it kind of lifting up here if you wanted to potentially. So you've got lots of options. Obviously you can have this guy going around here, or if you want to, you can kind of have him on the rampage somewhere sort of down here if you want to, and then you can save this for your kind of other figures as they're sort of driving around Autobot bases, and they can kind of link on here. If you've got some jets, they can obviously come off the flight pad here. It's just really nice that you can link the whole thing up. If I sort of back out a little bit, you can see how it all looks, and you see there, that's the connection. You got that, and then you got that on the same on the other side. So you could potentially have two Fort Maxes side by side with this kind of rocket base in the middle if you want to, or blast or whatever. And then, you know, someone else attached to here, on the bottom here, however you want to, really. It's really great that you can link all of those up together. I think that's a really neat feature. I hadn't really thought about it beforehand, but I like that you can do that. I'm really pleased that I finally managed to get this guy out of the packaging and take a look at him. I'm still not sure what mode I'm going to display this guy in. I've got this guy obviously displayed, these two in this mode. I really want to use this table a little bit more for displays of bigger things, because I've got Scorponok to review. So I may well get these two transformed into robot mode for the time being. Pardon me. And then take a look at Scorponok, and then perhaps have one table where I've got the Autobot bases, one where I've got the Decepticon bases. I haven't tested this out yet, but presumably Triptychon's going to have the same kind of links onto him. So you could have it where this rocket base is kind of in between, and have like a Decepticon city linked in with the Autobot city. So then sort of you kind of have the two sides battling against each other potentially. So that's another way that you can do it. Definitely recommend this guy if you can get a hold of him. I think there's probably still floating about somewhere. I know that there's potentially going to be reissue of Scorponok. I wonder if they'll do a Mega Supreme. It's definitely worth getting. I would love it if they did a reissue, into one of the repaints or something with that. I would then get another one just to have one in kind of base mode and one in robot mode. They look so cool. I mean, the rocket's massive as well. It's really hard to pull this off, but even these deluxe class figures, it looks pretty small up in comparison. It's very hard to get it dead right and to make it look as big as a rocket should be. But I think they've done a good as job as they could do without making the figure completely unaffordable. And that's it for now, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the review. If you've got any questions about the figure or anything I haven't covered, just let me know in the comments below. Other than that, make sure you guys stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.